So they'd be calling you a radical, so I'm here in Ogden, which I call Blood. I've always called this town Blood. Oh, you don't know violence. This town is rooted in violence. Always has been. Those are the benches from the Union Station. I was wondering where they were at. I've been here in years.
What's up, bro?
I'm just looking to see what you guys got going.
We just demoing.
Nice.
Yeah.
These are the benches from the Union Station, huh?
No, there used to be a church up here.
This is the old Deseret. This is Weber State's old basketball court. This is the old Deseret gym.
Basketball court's on
What are they turning it into? Do you know?
What's that?
What are they turning it into?
I don't know. There's 4 runners in the building. They're just doing something crazy with it. I'm not sure.
Is the basketball court still there?
Oh, yeah. There's 2 of them, bro. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I grew up in here. Everybody in Ogden did. Right on. So, yeah, these 4 owners haven't done shit with this building in 4 years. It's the grandest building in the whole. I'll tell you how grand this building is. First player of color in the history of NBA. Oh yeah, he played basketball in here. Oh, it's grand. It's the grandest building in all of Ogden. These guys bought it 15 years ago, and who knows what they're doing, but they haven't done shit. So this is important because right down here, the flags are all over. There was a young cop killed here yesterday afternoon. So me and my grandsons were right here. We're driving. I'm like, what the hell? I could hear this, and here, right as it happened, and you could hear the cops just going mad. One after another. I says, oh, it's got to be something bad. And so what happened is this dude was bad news. AP&P knew. He caused the same old thing. All this violence happens this way. He's got a gun, and he's threatening his girlfriend and or wife, and she calls the cops. So the cop, young officer, it's very tragic. It's a murder. I don't care if he's a cop or he's a non-cop. Murder's murder. It's just like Mr. Floyd in Minneapolis. Murder. You turn everything political. Left, right, cop, against. It's not true. Murders, both of those are murders. Mr. Floyd was murdered. Doesn't matter if he's a cop or not a cop. This guy murdered a cop. So there's flags all over wrapped up down there. It's very sad. It's tragic. So the AP&P guy, that's adult probation and parole right there. Used to be the Orpheum Theater. So I remember when the 2 murderers there, that kid killed those 2 so-called young prostitutes. This is Ogden. I call Ogden blood. These streets are literally paved with blood. Literally. The Murder Hotel, this place is crazy. It always has been crazy. So APP shows up, this punk ass starts shooting through the door. So here's how the perpetual craziness goes. He kills the cop. Bullet hits him, kills him. And these guns are powerful. They're not your father's guns. Rip through doors. So then they seal off the entire block. You should have seen it. They had blocks and blocks. The SWAT team goes in, kills the guy. Okay? Over. Done. The nightmare's over. Oh no. This gung-ho yeehawism freaking, they sealed off blocks and blocks and square miles. So then the rumors start flying. Some of the story, this young woman I know this morning, she lives right there. Yeah, Kevin. I said, yeah. You know what happened? Yeah. I read it in the paper. The Standard Exaggerator. I'll tell you how rough this place is, as I call it blood, the panty painters. Al Capone, that's a true story right there. It's interview with the Ogden Standards. I restored all those buildings. Al Capone says, George Pappas Sr., I worked for George Pappas Jr. for years. I restored it. That's who I worked for. I remember finding a dead body down there around on 25th Street been beaten to death with a hoe. They just come, threw his body in like nothing. And I'm like, a few days later, my hoe boys, oh, George, I need another hoe to mix with. Isn't that one that it's blood all over it? Use it. Welcome to Ogden, as I call Blood, Utah. So, they gung-ho it up, and this girl says, yeah, he killed a cop, and then he went up the street and went into a house and took 6 kids hostage and a family. I said, that's totally not true. But that's the perpetual good goes. When you got the place sealed off for hours and hours and hours, even after the nightmare is over, and this punk ass, they knew who he was. been in and out of prison. That's what, I mean, you know how many probation officers perpetuate? I mean, they knew. I feel sorry for this young officer, this young cop. But just like, you know, and I'm all for protesting. I'm all for it. But we cannot divide up. This isn't black, white. This isn't cop, civilian. Shit, I grew up in this town. I know lots and lots of cops that I grew up with are fantastic people. I know really bad, nasty pieces of shit ones too, just like any other branch of society. You know, these cops got to quit rallying around. Like the guy who murdered George, Mr. Floyd, he needs to be tried. He needs to be executed. They executed this guy, and rightfully so, by the way. You start a gunfight with the cops? Yeah, I mean, we got an old saying here in the West. Fool, you're outgunned. Start a freaking gunfight with the police. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to kill you, and rightfully so. I mean, this punk ass. And so, but what about the guys who killed Floyd? Oh, Trump protects those. That's because you turn everything politically. Very sad. I really feel sorry for this young officer. Killed in the line of duty, yeah. But murder's murder. It's not about heroism. And by the way, I want to say this about the heroism firemen. In New York, shit, I know lots of New Yorkers, they're great, but they don't work. They don't do anything. I got a friend, he says, I've been a fireman for so long. I've been on 3 fires. He got hired post 9/11. Giuliani killed those guys in 9/11 towers. And he says, I've fought 2 fires in my entire career. A garbage can and a dumpster. Here's a different animal. Here, the firemen are ETMs here. In Blood, Utah, I got lots of friends that are ETMs. Oh, you don't think they work? And they don't make shit. Only the big bosses, the chief, he gives them praise. Chief of police, they walk around like they're royalty and God. The workers, they don't make shit. You know, this young cop. I haven't released his name, but I know lots of young ones. I got a hunch you'll probably know him. You know, because we were State Police Academy there. It's very freaking sad here in Blood, Utah. Keep this going because I want to show you something. This amazing freaking city. It's historic, amazing. Bernard DeVoto's house. Paul McKay Brody's classroom right here. Right here, right here. Youngest female professor, the two greatest historians probably in Western United States history. Paul McKay Brody and Bernard DeVoto. Right here, right here. Right by their house. It's the best building in Ogden, and they freaking let us slip away. Same with the old building down there, the Wells Fargo building. The city's corrupt. George Pappas to Kevin Blanche when I was working for him when I was a young guy. Kevin, bill me double. Bill me a double. I'm 19 years old. You're paying. Write me just a fake bill. How can I write you a fake bill? Just do it. What are you talking about? And double the price. This is how much I paid you. Double that. I says, why? Because the city's paying half. I says, that's corrupt, George. You know, Al Capone's partner. His son. I says, George. He says, one day you're going to learn, Kevin. If there wasn't for corruption in Ogden, Utah, that is the economy. There would be no economy. Oh boy, I could write hundreds of books about this town. I mean, murder, rape. Oh, Bundy used to drive up and down this street. I mean, he was in that jail right there. I just showing it to you. He bailed out. Oh, great song. Yeah. Free falling. We love Petty, don't we? But Ogden's got some grit. They say keep Austin weird. Oh, Ogden's hardcore. The best stucco and plaster job in America. Right there, you're looking at it. Weber County Library. I did the restoration inside on the walls, which didn't take much, although it wasn't. It took I don't know how they even knocked a chip out of it. These walls are Fort Knox. It's the best freaking built building in all of Utah, bar none. That plaster work on those arches, I worked on it. Those are the masters that taught me. Kevin Blanche Classroom, 10,000 jobs. I mean, the masters that taught me. And oh, were they masters. When I was in Austria and Vienna, oh, you Americans can't plaster. I said, let me up on the scale. Everybody knows me. What happened, Kevin? I got cancer. The train, the children, my hand carved it out. The Masonic Temple had, 10,000 master. I wouldn't switch to the fake shit. And they crushed me. They brought in illegal labor. When I had to work outwork 15 guys, I could do it. But then to make a living, then I had to outwork 25. I started taking chances. I fell. Broke my back, but of course then I got leukemia, the marine biologist in the desert of Utah. Blood, Utah. Oh, this place is hardcore. Do not kid yourself. You know, jail the killer cops? Oh, yeah. Jail, they executed this dude, rightfully so. I mean, you start a gunfight with the freaking cops, what do you think's going to happen? You know, this punk. But that's our culture, right? Very sad. Sad times. But what about the killers of George? What about those killers? They're going to get executed? I doubt it. Trump will probably give him an award like he did the murderer in San Diego. You know, my dad was a Special Forces Marine. Even the G. Trush says he stabbed this kid to death, and Trump has him in the White House, puts a medal on his thing. Very sad. Blood, Utah.